Shake them bundles, shake that ass, shake them bundles, girl, shake that ass. Can you multitask? Can you multitask? Can you multitask? Can you multitask? Shake them bundles, shake that ass, shake them bundles, girl, shake that ass. It ain't nothing like an ass with some bundles. She shake it every time she hear some bass rumble. Bundles like Pocahontas, she make her own fucking money. She next on both stage, and to the stage I'm running. I don't care what they say, that show her what you pay. I don't care what they say, that show her what you pay. I wonder, can she twerk it on his dick though? I pulled up by her bundles, then I bought some more. Only thing that is fake is the bitch they hate. Only thing that is fake is the bitch that hate. You bundleless, tell a bitch. You bundleless, tell a bitch. You bundleless, tell a bitch. You bundleless. Bundles, 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 bundles. Shake them bundles, shake that ass, shake them bundles, girl, shake that ass. Can you multitask? Can you multitask? Can you multitask? Can you multitask? Shake them bundles, shake that ass, shake them bundles, girl, shake that ass. If your wig ain't split, you can't fuck with me. I need a trophy, 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 trophy. She shake that ass every time I play that Cardi B. I like it when she shake it right in front of me. It's something about a round ass, my kryptonite. Tryna fuck the night, if I play right, I might. I bought 3 bags of bundles, cost me $150. I told her gonna call her a motherfucking beautician. I don't care what they say, that show her what you pay. I don't care what they say, that show her what you pay. I don't care what they say, that show her what you pay. I don't care what they say, that show her what you pay. Bundles, 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 bundles. Shake them bundles, shake that ass. Shake them bundles, girl, shake that ass. Can you multitask? Can you multitask? Can you multitask? Can you multitask? Shake them bundles, shake that ass. Shake them bundles, girl, shake that ass. I don't care what they say, that show her what you pay. I don't care what they say, that show her what you pay. I don't care what they say, that show her what you pay. I don't care what they say, that show her what you pay.
You are now listening to The Block with your host, Stephanie Love, and yours truly, Black, on KoolaRadio.com. Let's go.
Blah, blah. Everything is everything for Sheezy. Blah, blah. Probably done it all, homie, believe me. Blah, blah. We made the impossible look easy, but Sheezy, I'll never leave my block. My niggas need me.
All right, people. Did y'all miss us last week?
They didn't.
Did you miss
They
me?
synced us. They synced us.
They
synced us.
We shut the internet down last week, guys. If you didn't know by now, last week, September 2nd, made 1 full year for the Block Talk Show. So let's give another hand clap to the Block, because we put on an amazing event last week. We literally, when I say literally, Black, we literally made the roof come off.
The roof fell in.
The roof actually fell in after everyone left, so
everybody was safe
and alive, guys. But it was truly a turn up. I have actually been suffering all week. I'm not gonna put you in my business and tell you what happened to me, but your girl has been down on her ASS literally all week.
But you know what though? Today is your birthday.
Today is my birthday, but I promise you I'm going to take it a little easy. Partied so hard last week, I couldn't even get up to go to church, but I promise you.
Did you pray in bed?
Yeah, always.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Happy birthday, Stephanie Love.
Always. So, guys, happy birthday to the Block, but wait a minute. it would sound conceited if I did it. So Black, go
Happy
ahead.
birthday to Stephanie Love.
All right, happy birthday to me, guys. I'm
Okay,
not
so
gonna
you
tell
said it was gonna sound conceited if you did it, but then you did it after I did it.
Sorry.
It kind of like.
Well, I think once you hit a certain age, you can kind of tell yourself happy birthday.
Oh, how old are you? Like 72 now?
You asking a little too much.
You 72?
No.
Oh, I was close.
I'm 23.
No, you're not.
Really?
You are not younger than me,
Oh.
and I'm almost 30. So then there's that.
Well.
It's fine though, cause you partied like you was 23
Man,
last week.
y'all, I partied. And guess what? I'm going to party tonight. Y'all can check the Villa Koola Lounge, the Villa Koola Radio. We present to you every Saturday, starting from now. We're doing our grand opening tonight, and we're going to be celebrating my birthday tonight at the Boom Boom Lounge. Our grand opening of Queen City Saturday. So y'all come through. Y'all come turn up with us. The address is 4222 West Camp Wisdom Road. Y'all come out, turn up with us. Parking is available. Drink specials are available. Food is available. I mean, hey, it's just a true turn. It's a lituation.
It's a lituation.
Do you know a guy canceled a date on a girl for using words like lituation?
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe he thought she was too ghetto for him.
That's what he said.
Really?
But we're going to
joke.
get into enough of color talk today. Thank y'all for tuning in, guys. Remember to share, and hashtag 52 episodes and more. And guess what? I'm spreading a little love today. I wanted to put some positivity out there in the air. So this is what we're going to focus on today. We're going to try, and going forward, guys, I am going to urge everyone to let's make love great again. There's so much going on in the world. Like, at the same token, I'm celebrating my birthday, but I feel like I'm mourning another black man getting gunned down by an officer. We'll get into that a little later, but we are going to practice. And Stephanie Love, you know, guys, love is just all that I can give. But I'm going to try to help everybody and make the world great again by making love great again. I think that love covers a multitude of everything in my eyes, and there's nothing on the other side of all. So if we can focus a little bit more on making love great again, then America could be great again. You could be great again. We all could be great, right?
I can make
Whoa,
love
make me
great.
the president, please.
I mean, shit, after Donald Trump, I'm sure,
Stephanie
pretty sure
Love
you
for
can make it.
president, hey.
I'd vote for you.
Oh, you would?
I would.
Let's get the ballots out, you know.
Shit.
All right, so we got some special guests in the building. We got, y'all, I'm turned up. Okay, so we got King Solomon. We got Rick. I didn't want to butcher your last name or the second name. Boski. All right, and then we also got, who do we got? We got Spellman in the building. Spellman is back for a second time, guys. They got some news they want to share with you guys. So stay tuned for the dope interview that's coming up. But we're going to go ahead and jump into our first topic. Are y'all ready?
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, so this is a good one. We're going to start it off on a positive note today. I want everybody to put their fist up in the air for Black Power. Yeah. So, guys, literally,
How
I
you
feel
gonna
like...
tell us to put our fist up and you put your fist up? There we go.
All right, so listen, if you haven't heard by now, Colin Kaepernick, my boy, y'all know how I feel about him. Y'all know that I boycotted the NFL last year, and I'm boycotting the season this year. But hey, we're off to a great start. So, if you haven't heard by now, drum roll, please. Yeah, our boy Colin Kaepernick, he lands a new deal with Nike, and it's worth millions of dollars.
Millions?
That's awesome. Billion. We're going to say billions. No, millions is what the headline said. So on Monday, Colin Kaepernick released his new ad with Nike as part of the brand's 30th anniversary of its Just Do It campaign. He is the former quarterback that turned activist the former quarterback turned activist. He signed with Nike back in 2011, and he remained on the roster for the last few years. However, according to Yahoo, Kaepernick's team managed to secure a new deal with the brand after pressure from other shoe companies. Now, with the new deal, Colin Kaepernick will have his own brand line, which will include shoes, shirts, jerseys, and etc. There will be Kaepernick apparel. According to Robinson from Yahoo, the contract is a star deal, on the par with a top-end NFL player. Millions per year. Star deals also include royalties. Despite the backlash over the campaign and Kaepernick's silent protest against social injustices, the brand believed the message was well worth it. So, Cam King, shout out to super producer Cam King in the building. What's your opinion? I was really looking forward to what your opinion about this whole thing is.
Well, to be honest with you, this is the first that I've heard all of the details. But I'm kind of torn a little bit. I mean,
You should ask me first then.
I guess I should.
If that's the case.
well, go ahead, Black. What is your opinion?
I love it. I love it. I appreciate it. And it's funny because the way Nike is set up, them making Colin Kaepernick the face of Nike, it's like everybody's hands are tied because Nike is so big. It's so big that the NFL can't knock it. Like, the NFL can't say no to Nike because then they lose too much money. Like, shoe companies are not going to boost themselves in sales because Nike is the #1 shoe company.
Okay.
Nike did this and tied everybody's hands up to where now you have to see Colin Kaepernick. We don't give a fuck if you're burning the shit that you already purchased from us, because that's your dumb ass throwing your money in the trash. Because Nike is not necessarily cheap.
So you're thinking that Nike did this to get back at all of those anti-Kaepernick fans out there, or is this just about money for Nike?
I don't necessarily
money.
know that it's just about money, because
that part
you will lose some money, but not really.
But you just said we Nike, we the biggest shoe company.
We
in the
are.
world.
So we're not gonna lose. We're not gonna lose a lot of money. Like, it'll be some people who won't buy your shit because of what you did, but eventually they'll start back buying it. Like, it's gonna be people. It's gonna give attention. Publicity is great, whether it's good or bad. Like,
all right. So now, having said that, I'm a little torn because I don't know about Nike's intention. You know, it may just be them trying to sell some shoes. I don't know. You know, but
I don't think it's strictly about the money.
Well,
I think there is a point to it. Like,
They made $42 million already out.
there you go.
Well, I don't think that it was strictly
cool.
off of money. I think that there are some probably smart, woke people that work for Nike that says, hey, this is what we stand for, and I think that this would be a great approach for y'all to take. And it would also be very profitable for us if we make Colin Kaepernick everything is about money. Right. Don't get me wrong. Right. However, I don't think that it was solely about money. I really think that this is history. I think that he's bringing awareness to why it's important to kneel, and unfortunately in the retail industry is where you can get more people's attention when you're trying to get something out
because people
there.
like to shop.
Yeah.
Well, I hope. I'm still waiting on Kaepernick to do something major. No, do something major.
Like what? He kneeled. He major.
I'm talking about like now, after the fact. Now
Do
that
you know what major is for me? A guy who basically what it says, believe in something, even if that means sacrificing everything. Colin Kaepernick could have stopped kneeling a long time ago. He's not playing at all. No other team. Like, to me, Colin Kaepernick, you know, he doesn't really have to do anything else for me. That was great.
Well, and I would agree with you if that's how you feel, but
that's how I feel.
Okay, so now that you have the platform, now that awareness has been brought to the forefront, do you just sit on your hands now?
No,
I'm saying.
I think that, like I said, retail is a major, just like the music industry. Retail, clothing, and when I look at it as when I go out to buy clothes, if I'm buying a graphic tee, it depends exactly what's on that shirt.
Right.
Like the shirt I have that says through 10 seconds from effing Mars. Like I wear that shirt because I'm in a certain mood. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if we put those things now on shirts and people are buying them, now it's a visual. You see me, you don't see, I'm not able to really speak a lot about me kneeling. So we're taking a different approach by putting it on apparel.
I understand. And I totally agree. You're getting the message out there more and more by doing this. And it's full front stage with Nike backing you up. But will people wearing these shirts, will it just simply cause more hate between the two sides, or will it actually get something done?
Oh, if it does, you know what? If it causes strife, I really don't care.
Right.
I just feel like we now have a voice and we're putting it in your face, whether you like it or not. That's how I feel.
And I really think that Nike, it's a smart move all around, whether it's about money or about being activist or whatever. Like, the University of Oregon or Oregon State, one of the two, and everybody looks at their uniforms and like, oh, those uniforms are so flashy, and that's because the vice president or president or CEO, something like that, they went there, and so they designed the uniforms for them. And now they design the uniforms for a lot of other teams, including professional, college, soccer, basketball. They have so much money, and they are so invested in these professions to where you can't knock them off. You cannot knock them off. So now, since they are so big, you can't do shit if they make a move like this. And
I'm
you
here
burning
for
that
it.
shit is
and that's all fine and well, but I want results.
I like the thought. I like the fact that they did it.
We may not ever get results.
Yeah, we might not know
results when Martin Luther King
And that's my
did what
point.
he did.
And that's my
Harriet
point.
Tubman, we didn't get results, but I like.
we did get
We
results.
did,
from
but
them.
I mean, we're still facing racism.
Right,
I
right.
mean,
So
hey.
that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that captain of the team that not only is willing to take one like Cap did, but also use his platform now to forefront this thing. You have to, it's wide open now. So,
all right, so let me be the captain of the team. Look,
Oh, shit.
people
Team
who are
racist.
listening, I don't care if you're white, black, Hispanic, any of that shit. Let's all just fucking get along and make this fucking world work right and stop hating each
child.
other.
Calm down. Let's just make
and one
love
last
great
thing,
again.
I'm gonna put it back
And to the
y'all.
police is watching too.
One last thing now on Cap side of it. It was an excellent move, you know what I'm saying? Because you get
Yeah,
a
most
paycheck that's, put you back probably where you need to be. You get to pay some bills and da-da-da-da-da.
This is like a middle finger to the NFL.
Great business deal, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to knock that. Never knock a brother's hustle. Great business deal. But, come on, Cap, we need for you to do a little bit more. Now
Oh,
that
you want Cap
now-
to just save the world?
yeah.
No, he can't.
I mean,
Well,
Look
that's what I
who's
want my
running
superhero
our
to do.
country. Come on.
That's what I need my superhero to do. I need for him to
what
save
I'm
the world.
saying is, the man ain't got no job. He like he ain't got
need
no
one
job.
now.
He
He got
don't
an
need one now,
endorsement.
but he ain't got no job because he stood up. There are a whole lot of black people in the NFL, sorry, that won't stand up for what they believe in. They might feel
Niggas
like
police.
the shit is wrong. And they will not take a knee. Ain't nobody on the Cowboys gonna take a knee because Jerry Jones said,
Love the brother.
"You take a knee,
Love the brother.
you gone."
Hey, he frat. He's a noob. I love the brother. But and we gotta go, y'all. We taking a little bit more
We
time.
got to get into this interview. Sorry.
Love the brother. He did what he was supposed to do. But now I think there's more work to be done. Is all I'm saying.
What I'm saying is you asked for too much.
Yeah.
And like he's done a lot. He's lost.
And that's why we can't get ourselves out of this mental slavery,
asked
because
too
we
much. He
say
ain't got no
we
job.
can't before we actually try to do something.
He used his platform to take a stand.
All right,
Good
guys,
job,
we're
Cap.
going to go. Shout out to K-Cap and Nike. Guys, I got on my Nike flip-flops today.
I do too.
I got my and-ones on.
And just to let you know, there's a lot of people out there wanting to boycott Nike, but they're saying, oh, I'm not going to wear Nikes. I'm just going to wear my Converse. Newsflash, guys. Nike owns Converse, too.
Oh.
Just saying.
Oh, they too big.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got some cons in there, too.
Yeah. I
Got some what?
Some Converse.
Oh.
Yeah. Nike, believe it or not, owns a lot of these companies out here.
They own a lot
All
of
right,
shit.
guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into a song by our boy Spellman, who, if you didn't meet him the last time, you're going to meet him in just a few minutes. We're getting ready to play Faith in You by Spellman, and we'll be right back, and then we're going to get into this dope interview.
Bang, bang.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, right there.
Just 2 minutes.
I dedicate this to my grandmama.
You're now listening to the smooth sounds of freaking Daddy's music.
30 years on this earth, I done seen a lot in my days. Cheated death like 5 times, thank God for changing my ways. They say you reap what you sow. I done planted so many seeds. Some good, some not so, but you ain't judging my deeds. Sometimes your love go unnoticed, I'll be the first to admit. Looking up at your crucifix, it pushes me not to quit. Lord, I get excited just to know that you real. Just the thought of me being alive, expressing how I feel. We all wanna go to heaven, don't nobody wanna die. We all say everything's alright, but don't nobody wanna cry. Lord, give me the strength to fight away temptations. I'll be so afraid that I won't meet your expectations. I just sing, oh, I just sing, Lord, I just sing. I'm so afraid that I won't meet your expectations. Lord, I just
came
sing.
a long way, I can't complain. I made it through the storm and I bless your holy name. I'm just so excited what you're about to do, cause I got all my faith in you, all my friends wanna say that I have changed, but I can keep on living, mixing pleasure with my pain. Lord, I ask you to lay your hands on me. I got all my faith in you,
One nation under God, but Jesus, he's the victim. See, none of us can understand. They spit on him and kicked him. Every life should matter. Well, hell, what about his? They tortured him to death just so you and I can live. Faith is what I'm hoping for, that ain't even much seen. I pray about him watching, open up the doors of my dreams. Peter, Mark, and John, they were all just like us. Lost not knowing which way to turn, so in the Lord we trust. We all want to go to heaven, don't nobody want to die. We all say everything's alright, but don't nobody want to cry. Lord, give me the strength to fight away temptations. I be so afraid that I won't meet your expectations. I just sing, yeah, I just sing, Lord, I just sing. I'm so afraid that I won't meet your expectations. Lord, I just
came a
sing.
long way, I can't complain. I made it through the storm and I bless your holy name. I'm just so excited what you're about to do, cause I got all my faith in you, all my friends wanna say that I have changed, but I can keep on living, mixing pleasure with my pain. Lord, I ask you to lay your hands on me. I got all my faith in you, I done came a long way, I can't complain. I made it through the storm and I bless your holy name. I'm just so excited what you're about to do, cause I got all my faith in you, all my friends wanna say that I have changed, but I can keep on living, mixing pleasure with my pain. Lord, I ask you to lay your hands on me. I got all my faith in you, Came a long way, I can't complain. I made it through the storm and I bless your holy name. I'm just so excited what you're about to do, cause I put all my faith in
right. We are back, people. You are now tuned into To The Block with your girl, Stephanie Love. Shout out to Stephanie Love. Happy birthday, Stephanie Love.
Happy birthday, Stephanie.
Black over there just balling. You did it for Aria. Payback is a mother.
I was going to do it for you.
Oh, okay.
But you keep...
Go ahead.
Happy birthday, Stephanie Love.
Why you gotta be so dry?
Because you already did it.
All right, shout out to Blizzardy Black on the block.
Shout out to Stephanie Love on her birthday on the block.
Hey, turn up.
Yes, we will. I'll turn up for you.
All right, but real quick, we're going to get ready to turn up for Jesus, okay? So we got Spellman, we got King Solomon in the building, and we got our boy Big Rick. He said he didn't mind if I called him Big Rick. So today, I'm calling you Big Rick. He might leave here tonight and be like, you know what? I'm gonna go by Big Rick now. All right, so shout out to y'all. Thank y'all again for coming through and chilling with us. Now I heard little birdie on the street has told me that y'all got some news y'all wanted to share with our listeners, right? So remember, they're also on YouTube, Periscope, VillaCoolaRadio.com, YouTube. They're listening to you, and then also Facebook. So go ahead and tell us what brought you here to the block. What is it that you want them to know, Spellman?
First of all, good morning.
Good morning.
Happy birthday to you, Ms. Love.
Thank you.
Spellman, Bo Sticky, and King Solomon, we're going to L.A., to a event. Shout out to Mr. Steve Donahue. Shout out to Mr. Thomas Phillips. We're going to do an event for Alzheimer's disease, man, and dementia.
I like that.
A lot of people have someone in their family who's diagnosed with this disease, and it's not rare, but it's unfortunate that you know, when you have somebody that has this disease, the symptoms and the way it's life changing. So I mean, it's just like cancer, it's just like any other major disease, and we just trying to share awareness and you know.
And you know, one point I wanted to point out, you made a good point. You said it's life changing, but not only life changing for the person that's actually going through it, but it's a family life changing.
I feel like it's really more life-changing for the family. As selfish as it sounds, it's more life-changing for the family because you have to deal with it, and they don't know that they're having to deal with it, like talking about it. All they know is they do what they feel like they should do. Like, prime example, my grandmother has dementia.
Okay.
And so I'll be sitting at my mom's house, and my granny will call, "What you doing?" "Oh, nothing, chilling, talking to my son." "Oh, okay, well, I ain't want nothing. I'll talk to you later." 5 minutes later, she calls back. "Hey, what you doing?"
Right.
"You just called me and asked me that." And it hits home for me because I've had to witness it.
Right.
I've had to go to a restaurant and have my grandmother order something, and when it comes out, "I didn't order that."
Right.
"Yes, you did." Like, you did.
And see, like that's some of the symptoms. You know, they have memory loss, they have problems communicating, your body language. It's just your neurons in your brains are shutting down slowly. So it's a big part of your brain is the memory. You know, I'm not a neurologist or nothing like that, but I just know that it's life changing, man, and it needs to be brought up just like cancer. It's not as big as cancer, but it is fatal. You know, people die from Alzheimer's disease, and a lot of people just need to know the symptoms and how to adapt and how to deal with someone who has Alzheimer's disease.
Right.
It's not easy, man. It's just like raising a baby all over again.
It's not easy at all.
It's not easy at all.
And if you, not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but if you have somebody in your family who has dementia or Alzheimer's, go to one of these meetings that they provide for you. They will teach you how to deal with, you know, this person, how to help them move around in life, really. Like, instead of saying go left, go right, you gotta point the direction.
Because you gotta have a lot of patience for people with dementia, man. You have to, because like you said, you can't just tell them with what to do, which way to go. You literally have to hand guide them.
Right,
You have
right.
to do certain things differently when you find out they have this disease.
And because I like laughing, I like joking around and stuff. Sometimes, most of the time, almost all the time, it's funny as shit to me with my grandmother because she'll say some shit like not knowing that she's already said the shit, but it's fucked up. I mean, it's messed up for me to say, but it's funny that like you said this already, like deja vu, you know.
It is,
and I try to make light of it with her. Like I know that it's a struggle for her,
right?
And like I said, I like to laugh, so I go with it. But
I mean, you have to because
it also hurts at the same time,
right?
I'm glad she's not at the point to where she doesn't know who I am.
Right.
I have an aunt that's at a.
Well, how could anybody forget who you are? I'm just saying. I'm
really.
Sorry. I had to just throw.
No, that was funny. Her sister has Alzheimer's really bad. She didn't know who I was.
Right.
I walked up to her. I was like, "You don't know who I am? You really don't know who I am?"
Right.
She was like, "No, you know me." I said, "Ain't Dilla." That's what we call her.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, I must know you if you call me that."
Yeah.
Yeah. And short-term memory is very bad.
Very bad.
Very bad. Long-term, like they might remember stuff that they did when they were a kid.
Confusion.
They might not remember what they did yesterday.
And you know another thing, man, they behavior change, man. They might, you know, old people are already, some of them are mean.
You're right.
So imagine a old person that got Alzheimer's and they already mean.
Right.
Oh man, it's behavioral. I mean, you just got to.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
Might get a two-piece.
You might get a shoe thrown at you or something.
Or they came. All right, well, King Solomon and Big Rick, I know that y'all are going to be attending this great event on next weekend, right?
Yes.
So tell us for y'all, and then we're going to get into one of our first songs by Big Rick. Tell us how important that this event is for you. Are you able, because when, you know, Spellman and Black just kind of like took over.
You right.
So
My
is
bad.
it important for you? Can you relate to it? I necessarily can't relate to it, thank God. Personally, even my grandparents at the age that they lived, they didn't really they did because they got older at forgetting things, but it wasn't as bad as some people have to deal with it for years. But is it important to you guys? How important is this event to y'all?
It's important to me. It hit home, kind of, sort of.
Okay.
My grandfather had it. He raised me all my life, so me watching him get old, it hurt me, and then him to get it, I seen him forget many people. Mm-hmm. But I'm one of the lucky ones. He never forgot me.
Already.
See, that's blessed.
And that was one of my biggest fears. What if I walk in his room and he don't remember me?
Mm-hmm.
How I wondered many a days what would I feel like if that would ever happen. But I was one of the ones that was blessed and didn't have to go through that.
Good job. See, that's how I feel. All right, King Solomon. He just chilling in the cut.
He's sitting back and stuff.
He's like, I'm just
This
here
is
so I don't get fired.
So you don't know me, but you about to find out about me.
Yeah.
This is a radio show. You can't be back there
Don't listen to him.
in the window. You gotta be at the mic.
You good.
You gotta be ready to talk.
I just be cooling, man.
He too chill. He ain't like you, Black.
I wait on my turn.
See?
Well, it's your turn. Now sit up and let's talk.
Well, straight up.
All right.
I ain't never experienced it. I haven't had a family member that had it.
Okay.
But it does mean a lot to me because I still want to be able to reach out to those that are even struggling with it or battling with it, and family members that probably don't know how to deal with their own peoples that are battling with it.
Right.
So whatever way I can help to contribute, you know what I'm saying, I'm all for it. So I'm excited about flying to LA to be a part of it and being able to show love. So shout out to all my LA peoples. I got a lot
So
of
how many
people.
days are y'all staying there?
Supposedly 3.
He
But-
say supposedly.
We might
so
not
after
come
y'all
back.
do the Lord's work.
You know, we
y'all
gonna
turn
let God be the judge of how
My
long
question
we do.
is,
All right.
my question is, why y'all didn't get us some tickets?
Man.
Well,
They
we
just
don't
blessed you
have
to
no
have some
tickets.
tickets,
We
right?
We getting our tickets today.
get our tickets
Well, see,
today.
okay.
You mean tickets to
get-
the show or tickets to fly?
to fly.
Oh.
I'll find a way to get into the show.
All right, well, guess what, guys? Thank y'all for, we're not done with y'all yet, but thank y'all for sharing this informative information with us. Our listeners said that this was a great subject, that they liked that, and we definitely thank y'all for bringing that dynamic to our show. It's okay to educate black folks.
Right.
It's okay to be knowledgeable, guys. There's nothing wrong with it. You're still cool. You're still hip. It's still the block. We still raw and uncut.
Yeah,
but
we
guess
are.
what? We are going to get ready to get into a song. We want Big Rick to announce his first song.
I need you to
Introduce
say
your
your
song.
last name.
We're going to be playing Head First, 10 Toes Down. And I'm going to tell you, when I listened to it yesterday, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right
Oh
on.
yeah. We ready for you.
Your last name.
Oh my, it's
Yeah.
Big Rick Bo Sticky.
Bo Sticky.
Bo Sticky.
Bo
Bo
Sticky. Hey,
Sticky.
and let y'all know what Head First, 10 Toes Down mean. It's all about commitment.
Yep.
No, and I wrote this song. I was straddling the fence. I had to make a decision. I was
Already.
gonna be on fire for the Lord. I wasn't no in between.
Yeah.
And so when God was on the cross, when Jesus was on the cross, he was on there head first, 10 toes down, and that's a commitment. He was so committed. He could have got off if he wanted to.
Amen.
what's
Y'all know how
up.
deep, y'all know how hard it is. We gotta go to work. We don't even feel like going to work in the morning.
Amen.
And sometimes we don't get called in. But God was so committed, like Jesus was so committed to that sacrifice that he stayed on the cross, and that's what head first, 10 toes down.
Head
Come on.
first, 10 toes down. Great message, Bo Sticky.
She got it right.
Just like that. So we're gonna get ready to get into head first, 10 toes down. That was a great message. All right, get ready. Tell us what you think, listeners. Like that.
Head first, 10 toes down. I'm in it. Stop talking for the Lord while I'ma keep on sprinting. Jesus, you the boss, and you gave me another chance. Why I get down on my knees and I praise you in advance. I praise the non-stop it like the TikTok on the wristwatch. Walking great and new my zone like Rem Turner. What's up, Dr. Lord is my shepherd. I sell now, I won't, but you don't have to believe me. That go to the 23rd Psalm. Asking it shall be given, seeking it shall find. Knocking it shall be open, that's why I stay up on my grind. Satan can't defeat me because Satan is too weak for me. Cause I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. While I stretch my hands to thee, know what the help I know. If I withdraw thyself from me, oh, then where shall I go? I don't know, but I'm not trying to find out. And I was headed the wrong way until I followed Joe around. You died for me, so I live for you. That's the main reason that I worship you. I live for you because you died for me. Trying to make it into heaven and live eternally and be anything. Head first, 10 toes down. 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 I'm on the battlefield for my Lord and my Savior. Never trust in Satan, he ain't nothing but a hater. Devil tried to hold us down, but God, he elevated us. And if you ain't rolling with God, you need to get your weight up. Satan ain't no friend to me, not even no kin to me. Trying to hold me down, trying to donate just some sin for free. Ain't got time for fussing, cause Satan is really nothing. He can't get none of my time, not even worthy of discussing. The man that keeps forgiving me is the man who strengthened me. So right here rapping for the Lord is right here where I'm meant to be. I'm not where I need to be, but I'm not where I used to be. What you saying about sticky? Jesus Christ not through with me. Head first, 10 toes down in. I'ma shut the church down in. Me and all my friends trying to live the life for some Christians. Genesis where it all begins, Revelations where it all ends. Jesus Christ is on my team, that's a guaranteed win. You died for me, so I live for you. That's the main reason that I worship you. I live for you because you died for me. Trying to make it into heaven and live eternally and be anything. Head first, 10 toes down. Head first, 10 toes down. Head first, 10 toes down. Head first, 10 toes down.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
What
It's
up?
The Block with your boy Black and the birthday girl Stephanie Love. We got a whole bunch of people on set with us. I'm gonna come to you last, all right? We got Spellman down there.
Yeah,
we
man.
got
Shout out to Spellman.
Solomon right here. And then we got Big Rick Bosticky.
Man, he said it right.
Whose song that y'all just heard that was fire. I didn't hear it because I ain't got no earphones, but it was fire. It was fire.
You need a little more Jesus. You should have been in here listening to it.
Head first, 10 toes down. Don't yell at me, Stephanie.
I'm not.
Nah, but so what's up on what y'all got coming up? What y'all got next? On top of the Alzheimer's thing, like what y'all got next?
Man, the biggest thing we got going, man, is the movement, the Christ side movement.
Yeah.
Basically, man, it's just a bunch of cats that chose to follow Christ that come from the streets. And so our idea, man, for the movement, man, is to go to the streets and be able to reach our communities, man.
Right.
Take care, provide for the homeless, and give people the word, man. I don't care where you at, you know what I'm saying? You're in a strip club, you're in a truck club, you're in a trap, you know what I'm saying? We from that. So we just want to be able to bring Christ to the streets in the way that y'all can relate because we from the streets.
That's what's up.
So that's what we got going, the movement, man. So be listening to us for the movement, man. It's 5 guys. Shout out to Trump. You know what I'm saying?
Trump.
Wait, to who?
Wait, who?
Man, listen.
Not Donald Trump.
No.
Not Donald Trump.
Man,
Not Donald Trump, man. Hold up.
Did you see how both of us was like, wait,
About to jump me over here, man. That's cold.
Lord forgive me, but you about to have to die.
Man, shout out to DT, the realest, man. Shout out to Oliver Kelly, man. He on live, man. What's up, man? Shout out to Spellman, man. Big Rick Bosticky, and myself, King Solomon, man. So we got this movement going. About to go worldwide with it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm offended.
Why Black?
You too, man.
Because thank you.
Shout out to Black, man. He's part of the movement. We
Shout
gonna
out
get
to
him a shirt.
Stephanie Love.
We need to be the first to get a shirt.
So-
Y'all need to bring
so-
us some shirts by.
Yeah, when we get it all established, man, it's in the making. So we gonna need a lot of radio interviews.
Oh,
we gonna
yeah.
need it.
I mean, you pushing a lot. Like this is number 2 for you.
Amen. Praise God.
I mean,
Say what I was told. This is what I was told after the first interview. I'm considered family now.
right.
You know. So after
That's what she says all the time.
yeah.
And
So
I
we
mean,
family.
I mean that.
I'm family
mean
too.
that. And Game
I'm family.
Changers, anyone
Right.
who is a part of Game Changers, shout out to Mr.
Shout out to
Donahue.
Mr. Steve,
Hey,
David
you-
Ford.
if I have the space available, and I'm 9 times out of 10, guys, what I do is I kind of like move things around with Mr. I'll be like, okay, the Father has spoken.
When Donahue
When Mr.
calls.
Donahue sent that text, I'm like, I gotta move some things around.
But
with Mr.
I just want to say one thing, man. I don't mean to cut nobody out, but
You good.
whether you doing gospel music, whether you doing hip hop music, it don't matter what you're doing. People need to support other people.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody hating because you got this going on, you got that going on. God made you who you are and what you are. I could have been a LeBron James, but he didn't make me into a LeBron James. I could have been a Jay-Z or a Drake. I can rap, but that's not where God wanted me at. So everybody was placed and put. It's not divine intervention, right?
Right.
Everybody is placed at a spot where God needs you to be. So it don't matter what you're doing, man. If you selling T-shirts on the corner, bananas, watermelons, whatever, go out there and support them people, man.
Yeah.
Go buy a watermelon on the street, man. They good.
Yeah, they are.
They good, man.
Trust me, I
Support that
know.
man, because you
I
never
know.
know. He got kids to feed just like we got kids, man. His financial statement might not be what it is,
Yeah.
but he's still hustling positively. He not in a trap. He not robbing. He not killing and stealing for what he doing something positive to try to make something for his family, man. So support everybody.
It was one event we did, and it was a toy drive last year.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna do it again this year, but
Count us in.
we
bro.
did it last year, and the name of it was Slap.
Yeah.
Support local artists, please. And
Amen.
I really enjoyed that movement.
Yeah.
I enjoyed what we did. I enjoyed how we did it. I enjoyed everybody.
Shouts out to King
starting
the
a
show.
new movement.
What?
Let's make love great again. We're gonna do our own toy drive.
Already. Let me
Right
get a
on.
question in for you guys. I guess it's one that goes across the board. You all can chime in. So you guys are labeled Christian rappers, right?
Right.
Do you all find it a little bit more difficult to do music, get bookings, find shows because you have the label? How does society, the city, how do they treat you guys? Do you treat you any differently because you're Christian, quote unquote, Christian rappers?
Well, let me say something. God, Jesus was perfect, and they criticized him. They
Correct.
talked about him. They spit on him.
They did.
So me personally, what I do, I don't do it for money. I don't get paid to do shows. I don't sell CDs at shows. I don't sell anything. I come out of pocket. I don't have no sponsor. I don't have nobody. I don't have no GoFundMe pages. I don't have none of that.
Right.
So I work hard for my money. I put money into this, and I'm blessed. So yeah, sometimes it's hard for people to accept us because of what we're doing, because you know everybody not religious,
right,
and everybody's not a Christian,
right,
you know what I'm saying? But everybody still need Jesus and God in their life. Right. Everybody has a testimony.
They do.
Your testimony, his testimony, everybody on this panel testimony is different, right, on what God has brought you from. So in my aspect, I can't serve your God. I can only serve my God. Right. You know, so that's how I look at it.
Gotcha.
Shout out to Spellman, all right?
Me personally, man, the Lord has been awesome to me. Being from the streets, and really, my music speaks for itself.
Amen.
Like, since my music speaks for itself, I've had the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to even be on showcases, you know what I'm saying, like Coast to Coast tour. Shout out DJ Drama, you know what I'm saying. I've been on the Dallas Idol
like
tour.
the DJ Drama?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? With A-Bay, you know what I'm saying? So I got to, you know what I'm saying? I've been able to link up with some good people, man, that are in a, you know, different lane than I am in, but because they respect the music, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, you know, our testimonies speak,
right,
and it's still able to save lives and souls. Yeah, at times, it do make it a little hard, you know what I'm saying, to get in venues because a lot of people are not interested in hearing Christ's name.
Right.
But we do our part, man, and then God opens up doors, you know what I'm saying? As long as we stay, you know what I'm saying, 10 toes down, we in there.
Head first, 2
Head
toes
first,
down.
10
Shameless
toes.
plug, 3 points.
Speaking of Mr. 10 Toes Down.
Right on. Hey, but for me, at first it was like people, cause I came from secular rap. So when they first heard, oh, you a gospel rapper, how when you was just rapping about doing this and that.
Right.
But then when they heard me and then they seen the way I was living, it all changed. I've really been blessed. I have honors to perform at the Potter's House. I was DFW's most talented on K104 for 5 weeks straight. You know, so at first it started off rocky, but now I'm blessed. I can't complain.
And another thing to answer that, man, God put people in your life for a reason. Indeed. You know, so I met Bo Sticky doing another event at the mayor's back to school fair. I was there, he was there rapping, so me and him linked up. Gotcha. Then we come and meet King Solomon at another event that we did. I mean, I done been to Atlanta. Bo Sticky done been to Atlanta. We move around, but we pay our own way. Gotcha. Like how the saying goes, much is given, much is required. Indeed. So God has blessed all of us tremendously, man. I mean, I wasn't supposed to be here. I was shot in 2005. A lot of people don't recover from the gunshot that I received. No, they don't. So that's my testimony in general right there. That's why I do gospel music, you know, because it is what it is, man.
Real talk. Real quick, shout out to my homeboy Rolo. He got shot the other night.
Shout out to Rolo. He sure did.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he good. He got shot in the knee on some nigga not really trying to shooting in the ground, and it was a ricochet, but
maybe
shout
that's
out,
a sign that
I was there.
Is that a sign that you should turn in your pistol?
What's up, man?
Huh? What?
Is that a sign that maybe
gun
you should
control,
turn in your
gun
pistol?
control.
I'm Christian and I still got a pistol now. I mean, Peter had a knife, but his knife was a pistol.
But I'm just playing with him. They like to get a little tipsy and play with guns, so they might shoot themselves in the foot.
Like T.I.
We're gonna have to get some gun safety classes.
I know how to be gun safe.
I'm just.
I ain't never shot nobody.
I'm just
but if I
not
pull
yet.
it out to shoot you,
All right.
guess what?
So
I'm a
we want to
marksman.
thank Black. Shout out to Rolo.
Shout out Rolo.
Shout out to Rolo.
Speedy recovery.
But guys, I just want to say that this interview was dope. Definitely appreciate you guys. Game changers. Christ
Side movement.
Christ side movement.
CSM.
All of y'all.
CSM.
Shout out to Mr. Donahue. We thank y'all. We thank y'all. We thank
Shout
y'all
out
for
Mr.
coming.
Donahue.
This is a very great, informative interview. You guys are some positive men out there. We want to just say keep doing what you're doing. But real quick, take this moment. Let's end. King Solomon, you wait till the last because you're going to introduce your song. But Spellman, tell our listeners where they can find you. Bo Sticky in the building's going to tell us where we can find him. And then we're going to end it with King Solomon.
And I like that, Bo Sticky. I like that. You ain't never heard that before, man.
Like, what's your name, Bo Sticky?
Bo Sticky.
Hey, my fiance when we met, that's how I introduced myself to her. I think that's why she fell in love with me.
Really? Okay, all right, hold on. Don't be nasty. Don't be nasty. What's your name, Mr. Bo Sticky?
All right, so Mr. Bo Sticky, where can we find you at?
On Facebook and Instagram, it's Big Rick together, Bo Sticky. Bo Sticky is spelled Bosticky.
All right.
Man, you know, you can find me on Facebook, Spellman Music. Coming soon, we gonna be on Christ Side Movement all over the internet. Look for me. I'm in the street with the Geeked Up for My Jesus t-shirts on.
All right, Geeked Up for My Jesus and King Solomon. We're getting ready to get into your song. So go ahead, tell us where we can find you at and introduce your next song.
Man, what's up with it, man? You can find me on Twitter, King Solomon. King underspace King Solomon 14. Instagram, King underspace Solomon 7. You know what I'm saying? You can just find me on MySpace, King Solomon.
MySpace?
Yeah, man.
MySpace.
That shit still exists.
I'm still on MySpace.
Hey, actually, I was
MySpace go hard.
doing some research on a rapper, and I was going through my emails, and I came across somebody with a MySpace still, and I went to it, and I was mind boggled because I'm like you. It still exists.
Right.
Yeah, that's a
All right,
throwback.
so if I add you on MySpace, you gonna put me in your top 8?
You know, MySpace a throwback, man. That's a classic.
Right.
I had a MySpace before I had a Facebook.
Everybody did. MySpace came out before Facebook.
Yeah, because you couldn't get
not
Facebook
everybody.
unless you were in college.
It was a whole problem if you was friends with somebody and you
you
wasn't on their
didn't
top
have
8.
for real.
That's why I made mine the top 32. Everybody that I knew could be on my top friends.
I don't even remember
All right,
it
so
like
King Solomon and MySpace, go ahead and introduce.
You can find me on Tumblr.
Yeah, Tumblr.
King Solomon 777. YouTube, Christ Side Movement. And
All
SoundCloud,
right.
King Solomon.
All right, so go ahead and introduce your song. We want to thank you guys for coming through the block. Remember, like Spellman said, he said I was true to my word.
Right.
When you do your first interview on the block, from there you have become family, okay? So whenever you need us, you hit us up and we'll be right there to catch you when you fall.
What was that?
No,
What was that? Hey, how long we got?
birthday.
How long we got? How long we got?
No, we don't have long.
Okay, wait. I gotta say something. Happy birthday to you.
Sing it, Black.
Go ahead and introduce your next song.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'd like to let you know that no matter what you're going through, you can still worship, man. So I'm just going to keep it 100 with you. This is just my testimony, what I was going through, you know what I'm saying, and what kept me afloat. So let's get into it. Christ Side Movement, worship where you
All
go,
right.
King Solomon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. King life. True worship. King Solomon. Yeah. Today, church,
service will no longer be about you.
Yeah.
But it'll be about me.
It'll be about me.
Can I be real?
Let me be real.
You say that you understand my pain, right? Even though you cannot see my heart, right? I'm gonna lay my life in front of you now. Since you church folks say you so smart, right? I've been struggling deep inside my core for real. No longer am I married, been divorced for real. Lost all of my children to the courthouse. Vision of a murder in the courthouse. Everywhere I go, I see a freak now. Battling with lust inside these sheets now. It's so hard right now, I need a drink now. Lord, please don't let me slip back to that weed house. The only thing keeping me alive is this worship. I know through all these trials I got a purpose. Back against the wall, you see I'm hurting. Still I'm on my knees, I'm trying to worship. I'm a worshiper, yeah. I'm a worshiper, yeah. I'm a worshiper. I know pimps, I know hustlers, I know jackers, I know killers. Lord, I'm praying for your mercy, that your spirit come and fill them. I know strippers, I know trappers, I know owners of the club. Lord, I'm praying for your souls, that they experience your love and they will worship you, yeah. Forever, Lord, they'll worship you. Turn from all sins, yeah. True repentance. Give your life to Jesus right now. Got a problem with the devil and the devil got a problem with me. Got a problem with the demons and the demons got a problem with me. Got a problem with the world and the world got a problem with me. But that's cool though, I stay prayed up. Got a problem with the devil and the devil got a problem with me.
Run it back.
Got a problem with the devil and the devil got a problem with me. Got a problem with the demons and the demons got a problem with me. Got a problem with the world and the world got a problem with me. But that's cool though, I stay prayed up. I'm a worshiper, yeah. I'm a worshiper, yeah. I'm a worshiper. The only thing keeping me alive is this worship. I know through all these trials I got a purpose. Back against the wall, you see I'm hurting. Still I'm on my knees, I'm trying to worship. The only thing keeping me alive is this worship. I know through all these trials I got a purpose. Back against the wall, you see I'm hurting. Still I'm on my knees, I'm trying to worship.
A positive vibe will push you to truly strive. Push you beyond the limits you set for yourself inside. Positive thinking complete with positive word. The brokenness in the hood, me and you must repair. My only enemy is negative energy. It's like a sickness, but PVO is the remedy. We stay awoke and never ignore the obvious. I'm selling hope. When you see me, you know it's positive.
Listen. Listen. Listen.
Hey everyone, I've got a fashion insider for all my ladies who know the importance of accessorizing their attire. And even for my fellas out there balling on a budget but still want their woman looking lovely. Let's be real, even the costume gotta be cute and on point, right? Well, Paparazzi Accessories got you covered. With an assortment of durable, nickel and lead-free, aesthetically appealing to the eye, rings, necklaces, bracelets, and more. So go show Miss Lisa Turner some love and support. Go check her out on Instagram at lturner88 or hit up her website at paparazziaccessories.com.
only, VillaCoolerRadio.com. Every week, we're sure to provide you with raw, hilarious, and uncut discussions, and also exclusive interviews from local artists. Class is now dismissed. That was good.
Yeah. It's your boy, Mr. IOTBA, Mr. 214, Mr. Undeniable, Mr. These boys can't touch me on my worst day. That's me. Say, man, this Wednesday night between 8 and 9 p.m. Central Time, I want everybody from the 214 to across the pond to tune in on Villa Koola. That's my new radio home. Y'all see it right here under the description, Villa Koola. Man, y'all know how I'm rocking, man. I'm on that bullshit again.
Hey, shout out to Mr. Donahue on the phone. Hey, Mr. Donahue. You on the radio right now. Say what's up to everybody.
Shout out to Mr. Donahue.
Shout out to Mr. Donahue. Appreciate you for bringing us great artists.
I'll hit you up, Mr. Donahue, before the end of the day so we can go over everything today, how it went. Mr. Donahue likes follow-ups.
Right.
He always keep me working.
Hey, he on the phone right now and said, hey, did y'all make the interview? Yes.
All right, guys. Y'all are now tuned back into the block. Shout out to Spellman, Bo Sticky, and also our boy King Solomon for coming through the building. We definitely appreciate them. Y'all go follow them. Go and share this video, guys. But you know what time it is? Let's give a little update about our turn up last week. Black, what was your favorite part about last week?
I don't know. I don't know what my favorite part was. I would say I enjoyed it. I don't know what my favorite part is. What was your favorite part?
Black took off his shirt, guys. Yes, Black took off his shirt.
Black kind of had to take off his shirt.
Someone kept calling Black all night R. Kelly. I was like, that is not the name you want to go by.
I took my shirt off and threw it.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the people who was there that was working, because next thing you know, I look in the corner and somebody's holding my shirt like Black's doing this thing. Let me give him his shirt back in a second type thing. Like,
but you know what? I want to give a major shout out. I don't think we say this enough, but I said I was going to take the time out to say it today. This would not have been possible without our Villa Koola Radio family, the ones who are actually behind the scenes that you don't see every day. You see us, we are the face, but guys, there are people in the background that are actually making shit happen for us. So we wanted to give a special shout out to Big Marcus, Londa the Great, Cam King, Kobe Savage, all of y'all. Some way y'all all sold into this event. We definitely want to thank, we had some dope artists on the show.
We did.
We had Chemist the Kid was on fire. Our boy Ricochet
was in that thing.
Yeah, all my bitches banging.
Vino Bars,
absolute
Murder
fire.
Mommies.
Yeah. So it was actually a turn up. It exceeded my expectations. We had 304 people were clicked into the building. So we had a great turnout. Shout out to everybody that was tuned in live. It still was a live show. So shout out to our Periscope, our YouTube, our Twitch listeners, the ones who were listening on VillaCoolerRadio.com. Guys, we even had people out of state watching our live feed that night. But guess what, Black?
What is that?
That's not it, because the turn up will be real tonight.
For Stephanie Love's birthday.
Villa Koola presents Queen City Saturdays, guys, starting this Saturday. Last Saturday was a soft opening. This Saturday, it's going to take a lot for this Saturday to fill the shoes of last Saturday, but I know we can do it because I've seen the work that's being put behind making these Saturdays for y'all to have somewhere to come turn up. So every Saturday, starting tonight, guys, doors open at 9 p.m. at the Boom Boom Lounge, bringing you, Villa Koola presents to you Queen City Saturdays.
If you know anything about Dallas, I'm going to tell you, it's on Camp Wisdom behind El Reggio across from the Super 7.
In the parking lot of Henderson's Chicken.
That part.
Right across the street from where House Chicken used to be.
That part.
Right across the street.
It ain't far to find it. And then when you finish and you leave, if you fucked up, Denny's is right around the corner.
Man. And guess what?
What is that?
You got about 4 hotels that sit right behind you.
so if you need to crash somewhere,
I don't think you want to crash there, but
if you need to
smash.
If you want to smash and you got a few dollars in your pocket,
hey,
it's the area to be.
Hey, if you like to pay,
if you like to pay to play. If you like to pay to play, you got play all day.
All right, it's like a one-stop shop, but be sure to check us out every Saturday. Queen City Saturdays, Villa Koola presents to you guys. Doors open at 9 p.m., 4222 West Camp Wisdom Road. But guess what? We were going into a commercial break, but we just came from a commercial break. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump into this topic. It was my what the fuck. Well, your what the fuck. But I actually switched it up.
We're rhyming really good today.
Really, really good. Shout out to Stephanie Love. It must be a birthday thing.
Yeah, it might
but
be.
guys, listen. Botham Shem Jean was, in my eyes, murdered on Thursday night around 10 p.m. Exactly about 9:50. A Dallas officer goes to what she says the wrong apartment, and she kills the man inside. An off-duty police officer shot and killed a man after walking into the wrong apartment in her building just south of downtown Dallas. It happened around 10 p.m. Thursday. The Dallas Police Department said the officer had just finished her shift and entered what she believed was her own apartment at the Southside Flats. The complex is near the department headquarters on Lamar Avenue, but it was not the right apartment, and the officer ran into a man who she didn't recognize. She ended up shooting him. Responding officers found 26-year-old Botham Shem Jean badly wounded. He was taken to the hospital and died a short time later. Police would not say whether the female officer fired her weapon because she thought Jean was an intruder or for some other reason. It's not yet clear how she got into the wrong apartment. Just a little update. I didn't mean to take over your what the fuck.
No, you good.
But this story, hopefully I don't fall into tears, guys. Literally, I stayed up till 2 a.m. That's why I don't have on my eyelashes, because I was crying. But Botham Shem Jim, talented young man. He was a great singer. He worked he went to school for accountancy. He's actually from St. Lucia. Yeah. Well, he was just chilling in his home. Now, look, guys, there are a lot of details. There are a lot of things being leaked on the internet. People, people are quick to record. And in some cases, we be like, why do y'all just stand there and record? But then in some cases, it's very important that our society is ran by technology, I guess. A picture has actually been leaked. I just want to give y'all an update. The officer has not been arrested, but there is a warrant out for her arrest for manslaughter only. They have escalated it from, it's no longer described as a police officer involved shooting. It's actually just, it's just a shooting. They're trying to determine whether it's murder, homicide, whatnot. It's mind-baffling. I don't even know where to go. There has been a picture that is leaked stating that it's Botham Shem Jim and 3 other white girls, and the one on the very end of the right is actually the officer, and her name is Amber Gugri. The police department and the news have not identified her, but you know how social media can be, and they will dig when they want to dig. They will dig, and they digged, and they found out who the officer was. So, from the picture and them identifying her, some way these two knew each other. I'm just putting that out there. So, have you guys heard about this story?
Yeah.
What is your opinion? There's a lot of opinions out there, but I want to know your perspective.
Well, I really feel like it's it's a cover up.
A cover
like
up of what?
Her shooting him for a different reason, not her thinking that he was in her apartment.
Okay.
One, like, if you walk into your house as a police officer knowing that you have a gun, why not use your quote unquote police officer tactics? Hey, get the fuck out of my house. You just go in and see somebody in your house and they're not causing you any harm. Like, I mean, and this is his house, so I'm just imagining him like chilling, watching TV or something like that, and you just automatically start banging. Like, you just start letting shots off. That's reason enough. Maybe if he was a burglar, like, you're the police, really. Why don't you tell him, hey, freeze, put your hands up, or some shit like that? Like,
Black.
Why?
It's your house and you walk in your house and somebody's watching your TV. You gonna tell them to put your hands up?
If I'm the police, yes. I have a weapon on me and I know that.
But that's not what police do. Police shoot first, bro.
That's not what they're supposed to do.
But that's what they do. Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, I'm not gonna say you're wrong, but like,
before we jump
protocol,
to those,
protocol is to try to
Well, I think that this will
detain
kind
you.
of sum up maybe y'all's speculations of how she should have reacted if it was. I just think it's a total bullshit about her state using the. I call bullshit. I call bullshit.
I do too.
There have been people who live in the flats. And who have gone to the flats themselves just to look at how these apartments are set up. Because my question is, even if you were to walk into someone, it was not your apartment. She said she walked into the wrong apartment. So what? People nowadays leave their doors unlocked and you can just walk in?
Well, maybe we're taking it out of context. Maybe she said she walked into she's giving that explanation saying I walked into the wrong apartment, saying that after I realized I walked into the wrong apartment, I shot somebody realizing I was in the wrong apartment. Not I know I'm in the wrong apartment. And by the way, there's somebody I don't know. And
super producer. Yeah, he trying to save her, and I'm not about to let him have.
Devil's advocate.
I understand.
I look at every aspect of it.
Listen, when you walk into your house,
right,
you know exactly what your house looks like.
You do.
You know the decor.
You do.
You know the layout. All that shit.
Even technical. When guys, and tell me if I'm wrong, but when you go to, even before you open up that door, you know what I'm saying? There's like a scratch on your door that you always will recognize. There's the way your door opens up, you recognize it. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things even before you get to your door that you recognize.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. It sounds like bullshit. Okay.
And you're not drunk.
It sounds like bullshit, but what we would have to do is just speculate at this point. We may never know.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if you've seen the video. I know you did see the video.
Yes.
There's a video of people in that apartment that shows you how the doors open, right?
Right.
So, dude went into his apartment, turned his key. It's a light on the door. It turns green when it's your shit. Now, if you go, he went to his neighbor's shit and turned the key. Or tried to turn the key, it turned red. It doesn't fucking work like that.
I get you, bro. It smells like shit.
I know you're playing devil's advocate. I'm okay with that.
Let's go back to, there is a picture that is floating around.
They were fucking around. He made her mad. She killed him. And that's the way I feel about it.
The details are all unclear. The bitch wasn't even, her apartment that she lives in wasn't even on the floor that he lived. It's not like they were neighbors or her door was a couple of doors down. This bitch was on the totally wrong floor. So you still, even when you got off the elevator, you didn't notice, like, oh, wait, this ain't my floor. Because I do that when I get off on the elevators, just even at work. I notice just from the moment the door opens, I'm like, oh, wait, this isn't my floor. Let me go up to the next one. That's a mistake. Yeah. Now, you actually got your ass off that elevator. It looks like you had to walk around a corner. You know what I'm saying? At what point in a cop's mind, even you're a cop, I don't care if you're on duty or off duty, there's still always certain precautions that you take. And you still were on the wrong floor.
Wait.
You walked your happy ass around
Aren't
the corner.
cops supposed to be aware of their surroundings?
You got a whole strap on you. Like, you got to be aware of
You
who
don't
apartment
have to
you
prove
walking in.
anything to me. You know,
We're not proving it to you. We proving it to the listeners.
Okay, okay.
We just talking to
I
you
got you.
because you were playing devil's advocate. So now you the devil.
I also want to bring up that I've been doing my research. I went on troll mode, instantly. I'm gonna give me a jacket that says troll because I went into troll
Don't do
mode.
that.
Now, I saw a video where she's hysterical after the shooting happened. There's another person on the floor. Her name is actually, you can go and look at her page on Instagram. She has all of the details. She's about one of the only ones who got the video of the aftermath. So she's on like the floor below them. She's pointing her camera up. In her video, you see the officer. As soon as the shooting happened, you hear her weeping, like hysterically. Then she's walking back and forth like she's losing her mind. You know what I mean? Then after that, shortly, all of the first responders have arrived, and they're wheeling Mr. Botham on a stretcher. Now get this, guys. There's blood trail coming from where his apartment is all the way down those floors to the exit door. All the way down the stairs. Remind you, the apartments have an elevator in them. Why do you take this man in a stretcher down the stairs? Questions that need to be answered.
It smells like shit.
It smells like shit.
QTNA.
Man, someone also pointed out, and it was a cop. Now, if a cop shoots a person, their nature is not to be hysterical, hyperventilating, because they feel like when they shoot them, it was necessary to shoot them. You know what I'm saying? So you're more of calm, cop mode. I just have to make sure I get the first responders here as soon as possible, render this aid to them, get them on out of here. But this bitch is just like all out of her mind. That's because you knew you killed him intentionally. And so now you're like, what the fuck? You're having to find an excuse of what am I going to say?
She's an officer. She knows the law. So she's already getting her story together by crying and all that stuff.
And that's the thing. But I feel like it was a horrible excuse. It was horrible.
What would your excuse be? What would your excuse be?
What would my excuse be?
Yeah, you accidentally went into the wrong apartment, or you went into somebody else's apartment and shot him, but you were trying to cover up. What would your excuse be?
My shit would be on some shit like, he invited me in, tried to take advantage of me, and I shot him.
Nah, that ain't a good excuse for that.
Shit, it's better than the one she gave. It's definitely better than the one she gave, especially with the apartments being
so the classic white
this
girl
is what I
yelling rape
said.
the black man.
Right.
You know, I don't even want to make a joke about what I said. This bitch, see, and I could go back to if they had any type of relation, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait to find out if they had some type of, you know what? I actually posted it last night, and then I said, let me delete it. Let me delete my post because I'm gonna just sit back in the cut and I'm gonna wait. But I can't wait until they tell us that this white girl and this black man had a relationship.
They was bumping nasties.
And then she ended up killing them. But white women are better than black women.
And we're out of time, so but
I bet.
I
bet.
But he said 1 minute like 3 minutes ago. So
yeah, we like 2 minutes over. But I wanted to get James in. He said classic cover up. She didn't shoot him. In cop mode, she shot him in
bitch
exactly
mode.
Why she was hysterical.
Yeah. So let's go to a commercial. We might revisit this shit.
We're coming back. I got more shit to say.
A positive vibe will push you to truly strive. Push you beyond the limits you set for yourself inside. Positive thinking complete with positive word. The brokenness in the hood, me and you must repair. My only enemy is negative energy. It's like a sickness, but PVO is the remedy. We stay awoke and never ignore the obvious. I'm selling hope. When you see me, you know it's positive.
Listen. 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 Listen.
Hey everyone, I've got a fashion insider for all my ladies who know the importance of accessorizing their attire. And even for my fellas out there balling on a budget but still want their woman looking lovely. Let's be real, even the costume gotta be cute and on point, right? Well, Paparazzi Accessories got you covered. With an assortment of durable, nickel and lead-free, aesthetically appealing to the eye, rings, necklaces, bracelets, and more. So go show Miss Lisa Turner some love and support. Go check her out on Instagram at lturner88 or hit up her website at paparazziaccessories.com.
Hey guys, it's your girl Stephanie Love from the block. It's me and my co-host Felicity Black every Saturday 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Catch us live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and also your one and only VillaCoolerRadio.com. Every week, we're sure to provide you with raw, hilarious, and uncut discussions, and also exclusive interviews from local artists. Class is now dismissed. That was good.
Yeah. It's your boy, Mr. ILTBA, Mr. 214, Mr. Undeniable, Mr. These boys can't touch me on my worst day. That's me. Say, man, this Wednesday night between 8 and 9 p.m. Central Time, I want everybody from the 214 to across the pond to tune in on Villa Koola. That's my new radio home. Y'all see it right here under the description, Villa Koola. Man, y'all know how I'm rocking, man. I'm on that bullshit again.
All right. Yo. Y'all didn't see what just happened, so that's good. My name is Black. Her name is Stephanie Love. She has a birthday today. She's celebrating her 23rd birthday. And she gonna turn up tonight. So y'all come up, y'all come out, and y'all turn up with her tonight.
Not too much. I'm in recovery mode.
Shit, you had a whole week to recover.
You don't know my struggle this week, man.
I feel you.
Ooh,
I
you
feel
don't
you.
know my struggle.
You don't know mine either. You want to know?
You know what? I can tell I'm getting older because I'm actually enjoying that it's raining on my birthday. Like I said, like this rain makes me feel
You just
good.
want to sit on the porch and watch the rain?
It's just washing the old Stephanie away. Like after the show, I'm going to stand outside and I'm going to be brand new.
Okay.
So you can't judge me on
I'm not
anything
judging you
before
at
that.
all. I'm just, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I tried to sing to you, but you cut me off. I was doing a good job, too.
Y'all come turn up with me at Queen City Saturdays tonight at the Boom Boom Lounge. Doors open at 9 p.m. Free to get in for our ladies until 12 p.m. I'm sorry, 12 a.m. So come out, turn up. Let's turn up. But we're going to go ahead and jump right back into Botham Shim Jim and him being brutally murdered by a cop.
Yep.
Update. The cop, who technically hasn't been identified, however,
She's been identified.
there is a warrant out for her arrest for manslaughter. But guess what? She ain't even in custody yet.
See, now, this is the thing. Manslaughter is when you
It's
kill
like,
somebody
it's an accident.
and you wasn't trying to kill nobody. Like, you aimed your weapon at this man in his house. That is murder.
Well, that is why I think that the DPD, I think that the best that they could do, knowing the details that were given to them, and shout out, I just want to say, Renee Hall, I am depending on you. You said yesterday, and you promised us yesterday, you'll be as transparent as you can be. So,
That's the police chief, right?
yeah.
Okay.
She's beautiful, too.
She came from Detroit.
I don't know where she came from.
She came from Detroit.
I think she did
But
come
shout
from
out to
Detroit.
the black
Yeah.
ladies who's in power. I'm expecting you to show these men how this is really done. What I do like about this case is instead of DPD just kind of just put a warrant out there for her for manslaughter, okay? Giving her word, taking her word.
Which is crazy because this happened at the Southside apartment complex, right?
Yeah.
It's right across the street
Right-
from the
right
police station.
there.
Well, let's go back. Let's go back because someone who lives in those apartments actually said there are a lot of police officers who live in that building. And police officers particularly who live in those apartments for extra safety because they're taking their guns home and stuff like that, and it's a contract that the apartment has with DPD. Instead of that one lock, they also have a car key lock, but you were at the wrong.
So police get extra protection, huh?
But you were at the wrong apartment complex. I'm just saying.
She was at the wrong apartment complex at the
I
wrong
am
time.
just waiting. They have actually brought in the Texas Rangers to take over this investigation.
See,
so
now, let's talk about that.
News
Let's
to
talk about
Texas Rangers. I have some suggestions of where you need to start. I just want to say, I want to put on my homicide detective cap. I want you to check text messages. I want you to check Facebook messages. I want you to check emails, phone records. What was the last conversation between these two? I want to know where was there an actual relationship, friendship, whatever before. Did she actually know? Because if she even knew and she accidentally went, we want to say she did go to the wrong apartment when you saw this big black man, would you not have recognized, or do you want to say all black men look alike?
I still can't get past what was he doing? Like, how was he a threat to her? Now, okay, I get it. Somebody's in your house, you immediately feel some type of way, but it wasn't no what the fuck. It wasn't no.
It wasn't like
get the fuck out my house.
Even if she knew him and it was an accident, even if he opened up the door when he noticed someone was trying to
get into his house,
into the apartment, you didn't when the door opens and it's him, it's not like, oh, I'm sorry, wrong apartment.
Oh shit, I'm in the wrong place.
The wrong apartment.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We all we can do
your initial reaction is to just
speculate. Well, all we can do is wait for her official story to come out, and then we can tear that apart. But until then, we just,
But we're speculating, but
we're going off of her story.
What can you say that makes sense? Like, I don't feel like
that's what I was asking you.
I
if
don't
you
feel
did
like,
it, what would your excuse be?
Well, I don't know because I wouldn't do it. But
if he did it, it would be a black man went into the wrong apartment. They would bypass the whole wrong.
Oh, I would have been in jail already.
Yeah, your mug shot would have been plastered all over the social sites and all that stuff.
But if you were a police officer, you went into what you thought was your apartment, but it wasn't. You, by your account, think that there is a burglar in there, and you shoot him dead.
Why? If you are a police officer, why the fuck do you have to shoot a burglar dead?
Because they shoot
even
innocent people on the street.
But listen,
so
he was in
this
his
is
apartment.
a burglar.
He was in his apartment. From the stories that are being told from the people who live in those apartments, said that he might have opened up the door because she was banging on the door. There's scuff marks on his door, and the apparel that he had when he was on the stretcher, he was in his boxers, like a normal dude who probably chills at home by himself, chills at 10 p.m. What intruder is in your house with just
in their
boxers
boxes?
on?
Hey, James, what you said that the news conference is on? What channel is that? Because I was just searching through the regular stations and I didn't see it. If it is on, chime in, James, and let us know.
But I mean,
yes, Rod. We actually said that earlier. Rod also said that there are, and it was a girl on the left that they were saying was her. But once you saw the video that one of the tenants in those apartments had leaked, the officer who's hysterical, you could automatically tell she had blonde hair. So then the attention went over to the lady on the end. There is another picture that surfaced, and you can compare those two pictures, and that's the officer. So at some point, in his lifetime, in these last couple of months, in these last couple of weeks, he knew this officer, and that puts a twist into you walking into the wrong apartment. If I even lived in the wrong apartment if I lived in the same apartment as a friend or someone that I know, if I'm accidentally walking into their apartment, I just can't see myself, my first reaction be to shoot you. Even if I thought that was my apartment and I know you, my first reaction is going to be, what are you doing here?
So, I mean, what if you know that he's in there?
Cam, just stop.
She knew he was in there because that was his apartment.
There's no fucking way
that
you
just
just automatically shoot somebody.
You walk into the house
with your gun in your hand.
And no, you walk into the house and the TV is on.
Okay.
But you're thinking this is your apartment.
Okay.
So you may think that somebody, obviously you didn't leave the TV on, so something is wrong here. So you pull out your gun, and then he comes around the corner and you shoot him.
Why?
That's what I'm asking you. He's an intruder. I mean, so
he wasn't an intruder.
But
that's what you're thinking.
This is going to
that's
be her
what you're
story.
thinking.
This
right.
is going to be her
and
story.
I call
it's still not okay. It's still not okay.
Now you want to turn the story, not you, but them.
Yeah.
They want to turn the story and possibly make it look like he was in the wrong. There's nothing that you can tell me in this world how he was in the wrong when he is the one who got killed in his apartment. He was in his apartment.
It wasn't no fucking accident. Did he live there? Did he pay rent?
He paid rent. He probably was on time. He looked like he was the one who would pay his rent 15 days before the first. Shit, I'm just saying.
It's just dumb
crazy.
as shit. It's dumb as shit, and it's not okay. And if she doesn't get prosecuted for murder. Not fuck manslaughter.
And we are saying this from the block. We want murder.
A murder
and
charge.
I am asking you guys out there, black folks, white folks, this hit home. Like, we see a lot of police officer involved shootings all over the world. But this is literally down the street from where we are streaming live right now. We go and party in this area a lot on the weekends. This hits home.
What was his name?
His name was Botham Shim Jean.
Okay.
We cannot let this just be something we talk about now. And then we need to follow this story. We need to require DPD to give us answers. We need answers, and we need a murder charge. That's all I'm going to say.
When you say this hit home, no pun intended, but he was at home. Like,
he was at home.
I understand not feeling safe on the streets. I understand not feeling safe in the club. But everybody likes to feel safe at home. Everybody feels like they're safe at home. And he was at home doing shit that you do when you're at home and somebody came in and killed him. That is not okay.
And even if it was manslaughter, even if, this is still God is trying to get our attention somewhere, because even as fucked up, sorry and excuse my language, but as fucked up as this situation is, at the end of the day, this is another black man who was gunned down by a police officer. It's time for someone to wake up, and that's all that I have to say.
Well, I'm listening to Rollins now on doing his Facebook Live thing, and he basically just said that it's out of the DPD's hands because like
it has to be because she's a fucking
because like
officer.
you said, the Texas Rangers are now on it. So,
well, stay tuned, guys. I'm actually working on a very important interview about this story. So stay tuned.
Real quick. I got to read some comments. James Vaughn said it's not complicated. Don't overthink it because the law is stalling and covering up things. Darius Wiggins said it's already hard enough for us black men to drive our cars. Now it's not safe at home. Excuse me for butchering your name if I butcher it. Dina Carisco said the whole thing is bullshit. Like I've said before, regardless if this was accidental, supposedly it's still murder. If you drink and drive and kill someone, it's still murder. period. I disagree. From firsthand, not firsthand, secondhand. I've had a family member who drunk and drive and killed someone, and it was intoxication manslaughter. So I'll disagree on that one. But at the end of the day, it's not okay. And Rod McZill said it ain't, bro. Definitely not okay.
Nope. But
So-
stay tuned, guys. This is the block, raw, real, and uncut. Condolences go out to Botham Shim Jim's family.
I'm glad
Jean's
you can
family.
say the name because I ain't even gonna try it.
I mean, my heart goes out to y'all. I ask that everyone who's out there living on their own, I have young cousins who have their own apartments, and when I think of stuff like this, like, wow, I couldn't imagine getting that phone call. So let's just keep our eyes peeled, guys. Unfortunately, the only thing that we've ever done was be black, and this is exactly why Colin Kaepernick has taken a kneel.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
That's how we roll.
But,
all right?
but we need Kaepernick to come down here and stand on the steps
of City Hall.
Man, that would be
station.
massive. Colin Kaepernick, we
need you down here. We need you down here, Cap.
That would be massive.
Holla at your boy.
Holla at your boy. Holla at the block K Cap. I mean C Cap. Oops, sorry.
Hey, you know what? If he come down here, I'll go down there.
I would.
I would too. Like we can go live.
Yeah.
The block on a Wednesday. The block on a Monday.
That's
Who
what I'm
cares?
talking about. Action. Oh,
We're
okay,
going
so-
the next. I know that they did a small one last night, but I guarantee you the next one that they do have, I don't care if Colin Kaepernick is there, Mike Rawlings.
We need you, Cap.
We're gonna be there. Okay.
We will
Do it
be
for
there.
your friend.
We're gonna be there. We're gonna get some interviews.
He's
We're
your
gonna get
friend?
Some footage.
He's a new.
I know that.
Are we opportunists?
We are.
No, we just want to bring
No, this is-
awareness to
But-
what is
but
going
it's-
on.
We would rather not this opportunity present itself.
Yeah.
Right. We would have
Right.
to go down here and act an ass
Right.
in Dallas. But Cap, come on down here so we can act the ass in Dallas.
You hear me? Big Marcus say we tripping, so we're gonna go
tripping, so we
ahead and
gotta
go
wrap it
to a video or something.
We're
Commercial
gonna go
break.
to a video on
We doing
point by our
something.
boy Kobe Savage. Y'all stay tuned. Thank y'all for tuning in. Happy birthday to your girl Stephanie
Happy
Love.
birthday, Stephanie Love.
All right, we'll be right back.
Right back.
Villa, Koola, yeah, we do it the cooler way. Yeah, yeah. But I'm on point, yeah, I'm on point. I stay on my P's and Q's, wear my shoes once. Tell me how you feel, tell me how it feels. Everybody fake, ain't nobody real. So I'm on point, so I'm on point. I stay on my P's and Q's, wear my shoes once. So I'm on point, so I'm on point. I stay on my P's and Q's, wear my shoes once, yeah. Life is such a roller coaster, buckle up. Every night I say a prayer for everyone I love. And when I make it, bro, I'm taking every one of us. Everyone who struggled with me, we was in the mud. Chasing paper, wishing acres could belong to me. So many haters, but I'm favored, so I'm ghost to see. Once you break them bad cycles, failure won't proceed. Know what you want, you possess, you got it with ease. Mind power, no wasting divine hours. We tasting the Lord's fruit, the gutter we climbed out of. Word to Marley, I'm recording my redemption song. I live according to his will, I was a vagabond. Now that the flow has been valued, they wanna tag along. I never tag him in pictures, they got the picture wrong. I know you picture me losing, but I am truly strong. Picture me cruising, it's something to see me in the zone. I'm Jordan back in 9-7. I battled them weapons form, still survived 7. Legendary lifestyle, we eat till we full. I'm never worried, even though I'm a sheep with the wolves. It's necessary that you bury all negative bull. Adversary scheming on you, stay ready to pull. I'm lion hearted, God told me that I'm a target. Your purpose is such a thread, they want me inside a coffin. But I'm on point, yeah, I'm on point. I stay on my P's and Q's, wear my shoes once. Tell me how you feel, tell me how it feels. Everybody fake, ain't nobody my P's and Q's, wear my shoes once. How we beefing from social sites? We used to be social and kick it every night. Friends ain't friends, where the love go? I carry my company like a tugboat. Beware of the company that you keep. Beware. Some niggas is 40 and still asleep. I need me no audience when I speak. Any issues with family is kept discreet. But I'm on point, I'm on point. I stay on my P's and Q's, wear my shoes once. But I'm on point, I stay on point. On my P's and Q's, wear my shoes once.
All right. We are back. We are back. We are black and we are proud.
Yes, we are. We are
I'm
black
coming
and
with
proud.
my next week. I'm gonna go because it's payday next week. I'm gonna go purchase me until I get answers. I'm gonna go purchase me. You know, on Colin Kaepernick's clothing line with Nike, it's becoming very culturally diverse. So they have this one little thing on his line where it's, you know, the Indian women wear the turbans. So they have those now. You can buy those with the Nike check. Would that be disrespectful if I wore that if that wasn't my culture?
Say that again. What is
you know
it
the
now?
little things that the Indian women wear on their head at a certain time, 'cause, you know, for religious purposes.
No.
So they're selling those on Colin Kaepernick's line.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if that would be disrespectful, it would also be disrespectful for you to wear a
dashiki.
No, the shit. What is it called? The little cross with the beads, the bead cross thing. What is it called?
For the Catholics, right?
Yeah,
rosary.
for the Catholic. Yeah, a rosary.
Rosary beads.
Because you're not Catholic.
I had a rosary when I was 16 years old.
So I mean, if you can do
My
that,
boyfriend
then you
from
can.
the pen.
Shouts out to Corey L. Hughes. I'm on his page right now. He got a big I am with Cap post on here. He says he just purchased a substantial amount of Nike stock. Please keep burning your shoes.
Well,
gonna buy
hey
us
Cam,
some
I'm gonna
stock.
ask you to do me a favor and play the drop so we can go to relationship hot topics.
Yeah.
Let's talk love and sex.
We still don't have a drop.
All right, so they telling me about the drop. It's cool because I'll do one after we finish the show. Okay, that's good.
We don't have time.
Okay, whatever. All right, so on today on Relationship Hot Topics, the question is, should couples share their sexual fantasies?
Share meaning tell.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
And it's like, what are the pros and the cons? If you decide to share, what are some ways you suggest that happens? Me, personally, yes.
You should.
Yes.
It's necessary.
It's not necessary.
Okay.
But I feel like it's a good thing to share, because if it's your sexual fantasy, why wouldn't you let the person that you decided to get into a relationship with know what your sexual preference, well, that sounds weird, hold on, what your sexual fantasies are?
Might be embarrassed.
Yeah.
I feel like it depends on
What it is.
That's what I'm saying.
But
I might be really freaky.
You might. Okay, so you
But be embarrassed to let you know about my
but
freakiness.
would you
Okay.
actually like to act it out, or is it just like something in your mind that you just picture? But do you necessarily have to act it out?
You don't have to, but you might want to. Like, you want to be satisfied sexually, and if that's a fantasy that you have, you would want that to come to realization.
I don't agree.
I mean, it's some people who like, and
So in order for you to be sexually satisfied at one, like, say if you have a partner and
with
sex
the
is
fantasy.
great,
With the fantasy.
but you're not 100% satisfied until you actually get to that, to be able to act that fantasy out. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is,
Clear it up.
In your mind, your fantasy, you always want to come to realization, or come to fruition. You want your fantasy because you fantasize about it because you want it to happen, is what I'm saying. So why not let your partner know what your fantasy is? Maybe it'll happen. I wouldn't have a threesome with a person I'm in a relationship with, because I don't ever want you to come back and ask me to have a threesome and it be another guy involved. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just, it could be a fantasy, but
I just think sometimes fantasies can be a mind thing. And
well, fantasies are a mind thing until it happens.
Particularly in some fantasies that I've thought of.
I thought you was about to spill it. What fantasy?
What fantasy? That ain't none of your business.
What fantasy?
Able actually to act on. Once I acted, I'm like,
it
really
wasn't what
just been left there.
It wasn't
in my
what you
mind.
fantasized about.
Exactly. So I just think that hey, it's a wonderful gift to have an imagination like that, to be erotic like that. I get it, but I don't think that necessarily all fantasies have to be acted out.
I feel like all fantasies won't be acted on.
Be acted out on is in your mind, because just think about it, like, if you think about your fantasy while you're in the act with your partner,
then you're not paying attention to your partner.
No, it depends on what the act is.
You're not paying attention to your partner. If you're thinking about anything else,
we don't. You want to just only go back to threesomes and shit. I'm talking about fantasies.
No,
you have men that have fantasies on sucking on toes, or no, that's a fetish.
That is a fetish.
Well, you have fantasies of people wanting to have sex in a park, right?
You got some men that.
So why can't you just think that you're on a park when you're smashing?
Because it's not the same.
It's
you're not in the park.
Because if you go to the park, you're
not
get
in the
stopped by
park.
the propose.
I mean, that's.
And then they're gonna shoot you.
Oh man.
No, you can find.
But like that's an easy fantasy to.
You can find an exclusive bush to hide behind.
Right.
Well, I just say to proceed with caution. That's all I say.
And that's fine, but I feel like you should talk with your partner about your fantasy. Let them know what you would like.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, it could be a whole.
And you know what? Offering when I looked at when you told me what relationship hot topics was gonna be, I thought about what were my pros and cons of, sharing your fantasies with your partner. And one of my pros was honesty. It provides honesty in the relationship, because for me to come to you and tell you what my fantasy is, I'm sharing that with you. I'm being very honest with you.
There's a certain level of trust too.
Right. But one of the cons was, depending on what the fantasy is, your partner could think that you're weird, perverted, or it could even just be a turn off for good.
Well, that's what I was initially saying to answer questions. Black's question was, I might not want to confide in you about my fantasy because I'm embarrassed about it, or you might not like it.
So
or
why
you
are
might
you
find
in the
weird.
relationship? Why, like, if you can't give yourself 100% to that person?
Me personally, I don't see anything wrong with letting your significant other in on your fantasies. I don't. Who else is there for you to fill in on these things, right?
Right. and then there's that becomes a whole different thing, because if you don't let your significant other know, hey, this is my fantasy, this is what I want to do, and you end up finding yourself in the position to fulfill one of your fantasies with someone else, then you have a whole different thing. Like, you're fulfilling your fantasy with somebody else only because you didn't let your significant other know. You know what I'm saying? But if you talk to your significant other and let them know, hey, I mean, it could be as nasty as, oh, I want my booty hole licked when you suck my dick.
Shit,
like,
I knew you was gonna go to the ass.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm just throwing out.
If a dude came to me and said, if my dude shared to me that his fantasy.
He say, baby, when you sucking my dick, lick my booty hole. What you gonna say? What you gonna say? Are you gonna leave him right then, or are you gonna fulfill that fantasy?
She said, "I'm gonna get back to you on."
I mean, it's some men out there who like their booty hole lick.
You're right.
I mean,
But I'm kind of with Darius. Darius Wiggins chimed in. He said, "Who wants to live life and not do what you fantasize?" That's how I feel. And if I'm with you, you are my significant other, and if I confide in you, hey, baby, this is what I want to do sexually.
Right.
I would hope that she would.
It's not no first date conversation.
Right. I hope that she would oblige. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and then you made a good point there. Now, I don't think that it's very ideal to share your fantasies with like someone you're not sure if you're going to be with long term.
Right.
Now, maybe if like y'all been together for years, hey, you should be comfortable enough to.
You should be.
Or you probably already know what the fantasies are even before he tells you.
And that's the thing is, it's like, don't keep it a secret. There's no point of keeping it a secret. If you fantasize about it and you want it done, you have to let that person know.
I would agree with that. I don't think that you should keep it a secret because of the fact that if you keep it a secret long enough, then you might just go tell it to someone else, and then that person may be willing to fulfill the fantasy. You see what I'm saying? So it kind of like eliminates the whole.
So the answer to the question is yes. You should.
You should
let your partner know.
You should.
Your sexual fantasies.
But then once you let your partner know, let me make this very clear. If your partner is not okay with it, or just says, "Hey, no, that's not me. I really, then there should be a level of respect that comes into play. Like, okay.
Oh, absolutely.
That's it.
Like,
and you should. Hey, I'm not saying don't ever bring it up again, but proceed with caution when you do.
How about this? Know this. Every fantasy will not come true. We should all know that. And so if you share a fantasy, a sexual fantasy with your partner, and it doesn't come to fruition, then understand that maybe you won't ever be able to live out that fantasy. But I feel like it's important for you to let that person know, because it might be a birthday. Marcus, listen. It might be a birthday come up, and your partner has told your sexual fantasy, and that might be one of the greatest birthday gifts she ever got.
Gotcha. Shouts out to Absolute. She just chimed in. She said we already know her stance.
We know. We remember what your stance is
already.
Yeah.
And, real quick, let's get this plug in for Absolute tonight. She's doing the Rage on the stage, turning chaotic. I'm gonna be a little late, Absolute. We had an emergency here. We have an emergency that came up. I'm gonna holler at you after this, but I will be there. So if you ain't got nothing to do, you're not going to the Boom Boom Lounge tonight to party in Oak Cliff, go out to the Rage on the stage and see some dope performances by some live local artists.
Shout out to Rage on the stage, but I just want to say, if you are going to come to the Boom Boom Lounge, you might be able to fulfill some of your fantasies right at the Motel 6, right behind it. Hey,
already.
Yeah.
So,
and
shout out to Rage on the stage. I hate that I can't be there tonight. But guys, I'm rooting for y'all. I know there's gonna be some dope artists on the stage. Send them when the winner wins, send them our way. We do in a couple of weeks have Solo coming through the building. She'll be doing an interview with us. She actually won Rage on the Stage, the first Rage on the Stage, and it was a dope event, guys. I had the time of my life. I was supposed to go to another place after that, but we were actually just ready to go home after that, right?
We were.
So y'all go. If you don't have anything else to do and you're on the north side of Dallas, go check out Rage on the Stage. You will not be disappointed.
And to Nikki Green's comment, what's going on behind us, we are cleaning. That's what's happening behind us.
Yeah, we got that event today, and we didn't want to have a nasty house.
You hear what I'm saying? So that's what's going on behind us. Murder Mommies, shout out to y'all. That was your relationship hot topics. I don't know if we got the drop, but
move on.
Then there's that.
Then
So we're
there's
gonna go into a commercial. What time is it?
Nah, we just gonna keep
got
going.
8 minutes.
Oh, we
might
gonna
as well
keep
just go
going.
ahead
I
and
did
ride it
want
out.
to it finally happened. We're just going to touch on a couple of things and keep it rolling to the end. It finally happened, guys. The Rumble in the Jungle finally took place. Well, it was like a little icebreaker, but it happened. The Rumble in the Jungle, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, they actually had an altercation last night.
They had an altercation. They didn't
There
have a fight,
were
though.
shoes thrown. There was a lot of things said. Nicki said something about culture, and Cardi B that didn't sit well with her. Cardi B kind of threw about both of her heels at Nicki. From what has
She
been
said about 2
reported
of
to
them.
me, what my sources have told me is that Cardi B left with a gash on her forehead. Nicki Minaj went live a little bit before the show and said she wasn't touched. But all I have to say is I'm on Team Barty, which is Team Cardi. And I just want to say to Nicki, keep that same energy because there was enough security there to stand in between you guys.
They said Cardi was behind security.
Nicki Minaj had like a whole entourage covering her. All
They
you
said
saw
that
was
Cardi was behind security.
They had to. It was the best bet for them to hold Cardi because Cardi was ready to get.
You think
to
Cardi would have whooped Nicki?
Off top. You know what? You know what tells me because I've seen too many videos of Cardi beating bitches down. Any bitch that takes off her heel and throw it clear across the room where it literally hit the top of the wall. Cardi got it, and all I have to say is
I got
that
my
Nicki,
money on Nicki.
Nah, I got my money on Cardi.
Well,
I guarantee.
let's make a bet.
It's going to go down.
I got my money on Nicki. Yeah, man, say.
Nicki, that's the problem.
Nicki
Nicki has this whole ass that looks like it's hitting the stage of deformity. If you check Nicki's ass out,
What about them hands, though? Yeah. What? Fuck the ass. What about them hands,
you know
though?
what tells me, back in my day.
What about them hands, though? You hear me?
Let me tell you something. Back in my day, I used to knock plenty of bitches out, okay? But I wasn't the chick that would talk. And in my eyes, when you're a fighter, when you have a bitch that's always going live and talking about what she gonna do,
They don't want that smoke, Steph.
they don't want that motherfucking smoke.
Shout out London the
Cardi
Great.
don't sit up on social media and talk about Nicki Minaj like Nicki Minaj does. So like we say, Nicki, just keep that same energy. Go look at the video that's on my page. You will clearly see Cardi only had 2 people holding her. And they literally had to put all of their manpower to get. Cardi only could not get to Nicki because Nicki had like 30 or 40 people standing in front of her.
And well, Nicki got more money than Cardi.
Any bitch that stands there and says, I'm just going to stand right here, bitch, you can't fight.
What?
I'm just saying.
That is not true.
Come.
That's not true.
Come. If you really wanted to fight and you really were about that beef, you ain't finna let nobody stand in front of you. You finna come at me.
Stephanie Love,
You finna come to me.
If you want to fight me, you're going to have to come at me. I'm not going to come for you.
Because you're a man. You better not.
Well, no, I'm talking about if we were the same gender. I would not fight you.
All right, so shout out to Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Stay tuned to the Rumble in the Jungle. I'm on Team Barty. He says
I'm on Team Nicki.
Nicki. So we'll
Nicki
see.
got them hands.
All right, well, we'll see.
My boy Darius says she ain't got them
Nicki's
hands.
just too fake to have them hands. She can't fight. Your boobs are fake. Your ass is fake. Your stomach is fake. Shit in your face is fake. You cannot afford. Don't put that on Cardi because a lot of shit on Cardi is not. The only thing that's fake on Cardi
It's her teeth.
Is her teeth.
She said it.
Shit.
She said that.
Her teeth. But Nicki, pretty much everything is fake on you. As soon as Cardi hits you, your ass gonna pop. That's all I'm gonna say. You're deflated.
I think Nicki gonna whoop Cardi ass if it come down to it. I'm talking about with them boom booms. Hey, guess what?
All right.
I had a fight the other day. Same day my boy got shot. That's kind of why he got shot.
Y'all were just a drunken mess.
No, I wasn't even drunk, fam.
One shoots himself in the knee playing with the gun, thinking
He didn't shoot himself. Somebody shot him.
But what type of friends do you hang with that say, let me shoot this gun to the concrete while we're all standing here
That
looking?
was not my friend.
Oh,
I didn't even know the nigga.
At my point, another point.
everybody was fighting, and he decided to try to scare
y'all
people
probably
and
had a
bust in
little
the
something
concrete.
to drink too. Y'all was drinking, and somebody pulled out the pistol.
So y'all not about to make this my fault. Y'all not about to make this my fault.
That's why you have to be aware of your
Y'all not about to make
surroundings and
this
know
my
the
fault.
company you keep.
I mean, I saw the nigga. He was shooting in the ground. Like, he shot
For
plenty
what?
of times in the ground.
Why are you shooting at the ground?
That's what I don't understand. He was shooting in the ground.
So who you need to go for is who brought this nigga around.
I don't even know where the
did he
nigga
come
came
with?
from.
Oh shit.
I don't know the nigga.
So y'all just gonna get
All right,
killed for
you
nothing.
said what happened? All right, so I was somewhere.
2 minutes.
And then I got you 2 minutes. I was somewhere. A group of friends went to another place. They asked me to come with them. I wasn't gonna go with them at first, and I was like, you know what? I'll pull up. So I pull up, and it was a Hispanic guy that pushed me and punched me, and like. I didn't want to say that. Really, at the place, it was a bell. They ring it for last call. I asked the bartender, could I ring it? And he was in the way, and I said, hey, can I ring the bell? He didn't like that shit for some reason. I don't know why the fuck he was so angry, but he pushed me and he punched me. Cool. Let's fight. Let's fight. Over a bell, nigga. No, literally.
Alcohol inebriated.
No, I said, yep. I said, excuse me, can I ring the bell? And he started talking shit like, you could go around. I was like, well, I can't go around because I can't go behind the bar. And then apparently he was angry about that. And then he pushed me and then he punched me. Like real shit. This is not a fake ass story.
How did you fall?
I didn't fall. What the fuck?
I just wanted to know.
Like, I didn't fall when he pushed me or
If you would
punched
have
me.
failed when he pushed you, then you automatically lose the fight.
Well, no. And
it
then
depends on how long it takes you to get
people
up.
started holding me back, and I couldn't get to him. I was trying to. They was like, catch him outside. I say, all right, bet. He ended up walking outside. We got into it. We started fighting. But I won.
Of
Nigga.
course he would say. Nobody recorded.
I did get hit again because I fell. Like at that point, like we was tussling. But anyway, we was boxing and we got broke up by some random ass black dude. It was a Hispanic dude that I was fighting. We got broke up. He was like, bro, go. We outnumbered type shit. Blah blah blah. It was a bunch of them, and I look up and it's like 4 different fights going on. Like, I was not the only one fighting, and I don't even know fucking why I was fighting besides him hitting me.
Well, stay tuned. I'm going to get on my...
Wait, no, it's real quick,
It's
real
1
quick.
o'clock.
That's fine. So I'm like, why is everybody fighting? And then one dude decides he walks outside and he just start busting in the ground. No, it was a Hispanic dude. It was another Hispanic dude. He started busting in the ground. I'm talking about 5 times the first time, like 6 times the next time. He just bust. My homeboy got shot. I ended up leaving, and that's where we'll keep the story. I almost went to jail, but that's where we'll leave the story.
Boy.
Go ahead and do the thing.
And it's
do the thing. Happy birthday. Do the thing.
Sit out here and
Do
play
the
with
thing.
guns
Do the thing.
like fools when there's a black man who done got gunned down by an officer. I just can't.
Can you do the thing? So it's 1 o'clock. Remember, you just told me.
Oh, yeah, you want to rush now. All right, guys, so thank y'all for tuning into The Block. This has been a great show. Shout out to Spellman, King Solomon, and Bo Sticky that came through the building with us today. We definitely had a turn up, but guess what, guys? We're turning up even more tonight at the Boom Boom Lounge. Villa Koola presents to you Queen City Saturdays. Remember, doors open at 9 p.m. Come and hang out with me. I promise you will not be disappointed. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place. We are out and class is dismissed.
Yay.